Hi everybody and welcome to my kitchen. It's Michelle Tam of Nom Nom Paleo, and today Ollie, my younger son, and I are going to show you how to make my Nom Nom chocolate truffles, which is a dairy-free, junk-free chocolate truffle that's super easy to make, but isn't totally paleo because, it's got sugar and it's a treat, but I think it's, super tasty, and everybody goes paleo in January, so I think December people kind of, indulge a little bit. But we actually have two really cool giveaways to 3 people who are tuning in live to this broadcast. So if you're tuning in and you leave a comment, during the live broadcast, Lauren Wade, the master builder behind the scenes of Nom Nom Paleo, is going to randomly pick 3 people who are going to win these 2 new books by my friend Melissa Hartwig of The Whole30. So these just came out, yes, yay! These just came out last Tuesday, I think, but I just got them in the mail because snail mail is very slow here. But they're both really cool. This even has my endorsement on it, the Fast and Easy cookbook. These are all super fast and easy. And a lot of the recipes are by a lot of my friends who are really cool bloggers in the Paleosphere. And then this, I'm actually really excited about, is the Whole30 Day by Day book. Because it's basically a notebook that kind of walks you through your Whole30. And it tells you exactly what you're supposed to expect. It lets you reflect on, your non-scale victories and how you feel. So I think this is perfect for when you decide to do a Whole30 in January. I mean, you can do one now, or you might be doing one now, right? But I think it's hard to do it in December. And I think even Melissa says you should probably wait until January because holidays are kind of hard to maneuver to be super squeaky clean. So this recipe is not Whole30, but you'll still win these 2 Whole30 books. And if you're looking for more Whole30 help, our newest cookbook and our first cookbook, Nom Nom Paleo Food for Humans, it's very Whole30 friendly. Like, this book has more than 150 recipes, and in the very back, there's an index that shows you that I think over 120 of the 150 recipes are Whole30 compliant, and then we have 4 weeks of meal plans at the end, and those are all Whole30. So if you're gonna do Whole30, you should get all those books. But also, just to let you know, in January, because I know a lot of you are doing the Whole30, I'm going to be blogging every single day at Nom Nom Paleo to kind of keep you guys on board with your Whole30. Yes. Oh, and it's my older son. He shouts out questions to me that I can't see. And then Lauren Wade, behind the scenes, types answers to questions that you guys might be asking. So, yes.
So, will eating a paleo diet and baking with non-refined sugar help with middle-aged weight loss?
Well, I mean, it helped me with middle-aged weight loss. But to me, paleo is not so much about a quick and fast weight loss. It really is to feel better. So for myself personally, when I went paleo, I actually, my body composition changed, my muffin top went away. I don't know so much that I lost weight, but I definitely shrunk in areas that I wanted to, and I was stronger and I slept better. My joint pain went away. My gut stuff that was bothering me my whole life went away. So I think it's a great thing. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to make my Nom Nom chocolate truffles. Super simple, but I'm going to start because I have to take my kids to classes after this. So you start off with, you get 10 ounces of chocolate. Yes, Owen?
My 2nd grade teacher wished me a happy birthday.
Oh, hello. Hello, is it Ms. Argel? Hello, Ms. Argel. All right. So I'm going to turn on this little induction stove top. So what I have here, oh no, I'll do the hot stuff. So this right here, let me turn this off for a second, is 10 ounces of dark chocolate. In the recipe on the blog, I show how you can cut it up if you have bars of chocolate. But I totally cheated and I bought these organic chocolate baking wafers. These are 74% cacao. Personally, I like to eat 85% to 90% cacao chocolate. But because this is something that I gift to other people who aren't necessarily paleo, I stick to you know, chocolate that's in the 75%, because normally it's still okay for them. So I have 10 ounces here, and I don't have to cut it because these little wafers come, you know, already cut up. So I'm going to put in a cup of coconut milk, and this one looks really chunky because, you know, it's cold, and when it's cold, your coconut milk can separate. So I'm just going to heat this up on medium heat. I'm just going to stir it around until it starts simmering. Yes?
So, where did you get the chocolate?
So this chocolate I bought, and people will ask me all the time, like, what chocolate do you buy? And I'm like, well, I buy chocolate that tastes good. And because this recipe only has 4 ingredients, it's only going to taste as good as the ingredients you have. So this is a brand I really like. It's a local brand called Guitard. And this is their 74% cacao organic baking wafers. And you can buy this, I know you can buy it at Whole Foods and Amazon. You can buy it on goodeggs.com. You can buy them at Target. I've seen it at Target, I think. So you can buy it everywhere. I also like Ultra Eco chocolate. I like green and black chocolate. Those are kind of the ones I like. And then people ask me what kind of coconut milk I use. It's always full-fat coconut milk, but that varies as well. I've tried all different brands. It all works in this recipe. This is the Whole Foods, you know, Whole 365, and that one works really well. And I also like that they're non-BPA cans. I've also tried Native Forest, and that works well. You can use coconut cream. I mean, it's all very flexible. You can see here, because the induction burner is so fast, I'm just whisking it so that kind of the flat gets mixed in. But as soon as it starts simmering, I'm going to take it off the heat and pour it on the chocolate. But yes?
So what is the difference between Whole30 and Paleo? So is there like a big difference?
Whole30 is its own thing, and it's almost like super strict Paleo, where there are very set and defined rules. Paleo, to me, is a little more expansive than Whole30. It's kind of what you do after the Whole30, or as Melissa Hartwig likes to call it, it's your food freedom after your Whole30. So I think you just find out, like, I like to suggest that people do a Whole30 or a strict 30-day reset, and then you find out what you tolerate and what you don't tolerate, and then after the Whole30, that's kind of how you live your life. And that's what I call, you know, my version of Paleo. But everybody is different. Some people say that potatoes aren't Paleo, but it's okay on the Whole30. I eat potatoes. I think they taste great, and it doesn't spike my blood sugar like rice does. All right, so you can see here it's simmering, so I'm going to turn this off.
So here's some stuff about coconut oil and coconut milk. So what brands of coconut oil and coconut milk do you like best?
Coconut milk, as I said before, I like Whole 365. This is just the brand at Whole Foods. I also like Native Forest. I like Roy D. Which other one do I like? Those are kind of the main ones that I like. I like this one. The Whole Foods one is a good price, and I think it's really great. Okay, so what I have here is I have 10 ounces of those chocolate wafers. I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. And the coconut oil that I'm using here, I actually am using refined coconut oil because sometimes the people you're gifting it to don't like a really strong coconut flavor. And the refined stuff, I bought the Nutiva stuff. It doesn't taste coconutty. I mean, it's kind of crazy because you're putting in coconut milk, but for whatever reason, it's the oil that I think that kind of is overpowering for people. Yes, Owen?
So, wait one second.
Here, so why don't I pour this in?
Okay.
No, you gotta leave that until we've mixed this. So this hot coconut milk, I'm gonna add to the coconut oil and the chocolate, and I'm gonna pour this all over. And you're not gonna go crazy stirring it, because if you do, it actually can be really grainy. So I'm just gonna slowly stir it. Do you wanna help me do this?
So
you just have to slowly stir it.
While you slowly stir it, where can you buy the chocolate?
This Guitard chocolate, I think most stores carry it, but I bought it on Amazon. You can also buy it at Whole Foods, I think at Target. Good job, buddy. I'm just gonna go, and you're just gonna slowly stir it. And it looks crazy. Like, it looks like it's never gonna come together. And it's like, you know, oil and water. But if you patiently stir it around, and you're kind of folding it around, it'll all become nice and silky.
So how do you find your AIP recipes?
You know, I am not a AIP specialist. AIP is the autoimmune protocol. And so I don't have, I think on my blog now, I have I think I have a nightshade-free section. But I know AIP is more restrictive than that because you can't eat eggs and you can't eat seeds. At the back of Ready or Not, I have a list of all the nightshade-free recipes. But my recipes, I do have a lot of tomato and tomato paste and eggs. But there are a lot of classic recipes like my Kahlua pig recipe, which is naturally AIP friendly. But otherwise, I think, you know, Sarah Valentine is kind of the go-to for all AIP recipes because she's kind of the AIP queen, along with Mickey Trescott.
So is refined coconut oil bad for you?
I don't think so. I mean, I think it's just more, I think it's, you know, filtered. I don't really know the specifics, but then again, we're eating a dessert. So it's not like this is I mean, I think I try to eat healthy outside of, you know, when I'm having treats. So I don't really stress out about whether refined coconut oil is not quite as healthy as, you know, the kind of the non-refined stuff. And you can see here, look, it's really nice and glossy and really cool, right? So can you help me pour in? So this is 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, so plop it in.
So do you prefer coconut milk or cream, and what is the big difference?
So coconut cream is just fattier, I think. It might not be as diluted with water. And for a recipe like this, I don't think it really matters if you use coconut milk or coconut cream. Coconut cream will just make it more rich. And like when you make actual truffles, it's normally chocolate, butter, and heavy cream. And so, you know, the chocolate stays the same, but the swap outs are you use coconut oil instead of the butter, and then instead of cream or heavy cream, you are using coconut milk. And so I feel like if you use coconut cream, it's, you know, it's still really good because you want a really tasty. And here, you want to try this? So as you can see, this was super simple. Here, taste it.
Sorry. Keep on screwing up with the camera. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. Owen is helping out. That's cool, right? So then all you do now is you just transfer it to a container and then you chill this until it's solid. So it takes about like 4 hours.
I like doing this because we also have another batch, so then we're going to have a lot of truffles.
That's right. We will have a lot of truffles.
So
but we will give them away.
you can give them to like our teachers or whatever.
Oh yes, we could.
So do you prefer, can you use a whisk or will that put too much air into the recipe?
I think you should use a spatula. I mean, you can use a whisk, you just want to be very, you know, slow and methodical about, see, it looks so nice here. You want to lick the bowl? No?
He's like,
I do.
unsanitary. You can lick the ball and make a big scene out of
Here,
it.
let's put that over here. I'm going to eat that when I get off the air.
In about 10 minutes, she'll be licking
Yes,
that
I'll
bowl.
be licking that. So I'm going to just stick this in the fridge. And then, by the magic of Facebook Live, I have one here. Already. Ollie has clean hands. And so then now, we're going to scoop them out. I like to use this little disher, which is like a small little scooper. This way you can kind of have them all be the same size. But truffles are supposed to resemble like that really expensive, you know, fungus truffle. So it's supposed to look like a little
Crunchiness.
like a little
Crunchy thing.
Fungus ball.
like a little fungus ball. So it doesn't have to be that fancy. What I'm going to do is you can coat them in like toasted coconut. This here I have some toasted almond slices that I chopped up really small. This I have some unsweetened cocoa powder. But it's whatever you want to do.
That
So I'm
sounds
going
like a fart.
I know.
Okay.
So you're so you're just going to take one. And then you put it in your hands. Oh, come on.
You can do it.
I know.
Oh,
Oh, this is not.
this
See,
is the saddest
this is a
fungus
different.
ball.
This is a different.
No,
this is
no.
a different.
Oh.
It's okay. Remember, these are just like
So you can just tear it out.
you just roll it in your hand.
I mean, could you just like
This
cut
is a
up?
different one that I link in my. Oh, and then here you want to roll it in here.
Okay.
Here, and then you can just coat it. You can help me coat it, and then you'll put it on that parchment paper when it's done.
Get it fully cut. Okay, so would it be better just to like use like a knife and just like cut the thing out and then just like pull it out with your hands and shape it?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Okay.
See, this is just not. This disher is not my favorite. I linked to my favorite disher.
We should buy an ice cream scoop.
I know. Here. So here, we can put a few in, here. Look.
What? So we're gonna do some of these and some of those?
Yep.
Okay.
So, do you have any special plans for the holidays coming up?
We are spending it with Henry's family. Henry's parents are having a big barbecue, or not, big potluck. So we are going to that. And you know, the way truffles are supposed to taste is they're supposed to kind of melt in your mouth. Here, want to try that one?
Melt in your mouth.
No, they're delicious. I love them. I remember the first time I ever tried them, there was a girl in high school who brought these as little Christmas gifts for her friends, and I happened to be one of her friends.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, these are the most amazing chocolates I've ever had. But it's so easy, so you guys should do it too. And your friends will be like, oh my gosh, these are the best chocolates I've ever had. And you can give it to your vegan friends or your paleo friends because they are dairy free. And
Oh, I got the coat the things. Okay, sorry.
all right. So, any other questions, or else I'm gonna have? No, but this is a very simple.
Okay.
This
I
is
do
a really
have
simple
questions.
Facebook Live.
So when in January will you start daily blogging in support of those who want to do Whole30?
We're actually going to start on New Year's Eve. So starting December 31st, we are going to have like a big, this is how you plan for success. And it's like a huge blog post about that. And then every day we're going to be posting, you know, different recipes and tips.
Should I put this on those so then I don't know.
No.
No, just do one or the other.
Aw.
So
Whatever. Or whatever. If you want to do that, you can do that.
What would
And then we have a really cool partnership with Whole
Don't do
Foods
both.
starting in
Oh.
January.
Sorry.
Don't do
What?
both.
What? Ollie.
Okay, this one's gonna be mine then.
Just
No,
eat
you
it.
won't like it because you won't like this chocolate because it's not
Oh.
sweet.
Oh, you
cares?
ruined it. Okay.
No, I'll
It looks
split
like
it
a
then.
truffle now.
It looks like a bumpy turd.
Who cares?
Just kidding. I like bumpy turds.
Oh.
Just kidding. I know. I embarrass my children.
Is paleo okay when you're pregnant?
I think so. I think I wish I was paleo when I was pregnant. But I didn't actually discover paleo until my kids were 3 and 6. I think it's a great way to eat. And I think it's a great way to live. But you have to find, you know, what is sustainable for you. I don't think you necessarily have to restrict as much stuff as some people suggest you have to. You know, you gotta just I think the whole thing is just to find out what works for you and have it be delicious.
So, have you memorized your recipes?
Remember? No,
Not all of them.
not all of them. Just because I'm always creating new ones. So there's definitely times when I refer back to my old recipe because all the recipes on my blog and in my cookbooks and in our app, I test over and over and over and over again because I'm kind of obsessive about them working, and also because if they don't work, I find out right away from people So I always know that if I go back to one of my recipes and I follow it exactly, they will work. All right, so I'm gonna have Lauren pick 3 live commenters to win the Whole30 Fast and Easy and Whole30 Day by Day. And you can break that out in January. Oh, you want them in there? Okay. Yeah, you want it even. Okay. This is not my favorite. My favorite one is actually a little OXO one, but I think mine is dirty.
We need to get like a spaghetti. No, like an ice cream scooper. Not a spaghetti scooper.
These are little ice cream scoopers.
How do you
No, like a big ice cream, like
No, we're not gonna make giant truffles. The whole thing about these little truffles is they should be small and they're nice and rich, and so a little bit goes a long way.
So can diabetics have these truffles?
I don't know.
They're not necessarily. I mean, I think if you did like 100% cacao and then they're not sweet, I don't know. They're not low carb necessarily.
So to win, do you have to live in the U.S. or can you be anywhere?
I think it's U.S. and Canada, but chances are the person that Lauren will pick randomly, just because of the demographics of people who watch this broadcast, they're going to end up. And if you pick someone else, I will send them something else myself. But as you can see here, you actually make quite a few. I mean, it's a little bit messy.
We have winners.
Yay!
So
let's see who the winners are.
Candy Patron, Andrew Charvet, and Christian Teef. Or Kristen Teef. I'm sorry, I can't really read this. It's on the comments in this place.
Yay!
Sorry if I totally mispronounced your name.
Yay
That's
to
something I
those
do all the
3
time.
people. And we'll post them at the very top who won. And just make sure that you message me on this Facebook page, Nom Nom Paleo, with your mailing address. And don't put that in there.
Aww.
It looks, no, just do the nuts. And just send, and then Lauren will also email you.
Makes it look
So he can, if you don't message me at Nom Nom Paleo, you can also message, just check your messages. So these freeze really, really well. You can either kind of freeze the base and let it kind of come up to temperature so you can roll these little balls, or you can roll a bunch of balls, just don't coat them, and you can freeze them, and then right before you serve, you just kind of let it come to room temperature and you roll it around in whatever topping you want. Yes?
Mom, I was right. I did mispronounce someone's name. Her name is Kristen Taff. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. You are doing a great job, Owen.
Okay.
And Owen is now a teenager. He's 13. It's
Terrifying.
crazy. And Ollie's going to be 10 in just a couple of weeks, right?
Yep.
Everyone's so old. Including me. All right, so that's it for
Wow.
this week. We're just going to continue rolling these. And then I'll have another batch that I can roll, I don't know, tomorrow, or I'll put them in the freezer. And this, I'm not sure what we're going to cook next week, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last of kind of these treat, non-Whole30 things. But I know it's the holidays, and you know, I totally understand. You know, you can just come back on board on January 1st. All right, thanks guys. Bye. With my dirty hand.